Two cows are standing outside on the field, and one cow says, moo. The other cow says, wow, how did you know what I was just about to say? So what can I say to you at the end of the day? I guess you've heard all of it. And still I'd like to give a new aspect to it, at least if I put it in my words. And let's start with a little active survey in this room for now. And I have a question for you. And if you're a yes, if you can answer with a yes, then please stand up. Don't be scared, I won't make you sing. So my question is to you, who in this room is already out in their work environment? Please stand up. Wow, maybe we should go on for a coffee break now. That's great. that's wonderful. But who of you, please remain standing? Who of you thinks or felt it has made a change to your life? Just raise your hand. Okay, I see some hands. Thanks so much. You can relax now. And while you are taking your seats again, I think of myself last year here in Amsterdam during this very same L Women at Work Congress, and I was listening to all these great speakers here, these ladies, and they were talking about company-owned LGBT networks like IBM, Accenture. We have heard all of these today again, and last year, I have to admit, also by being really inspired and this, wow, I also started feeling a little lonely. Because out alone, my working reality is so very different. Because my whole work life, I've been working in small and middle-sized businesses. So, small and middle-sized businesses, to them, diversity management, that's a total foreign term. And we talked about your reality, we talked about mine. And small and middle-sized businesses, what are these businesses? And just let's have a guess in a percentage figure. What do you think in Europe, if you look at Europe, how many % of all the businesses are considered small and middle-sized? Just, what do you think? Just any number. 90, I heard 90, 80, so we're getting lower, 60? 60, okay. So let's have a look. It's 99% of these businesses, so I guess we should look at that. And small and middle-sized would mean less than 250 people working for them, less than 50 million euros turnover. And just think of the figures, we have 2 million businesses, like as a number in total, in Europe, which are considered small and middle-sized. So I decided to have a research on that and wrote my diploma thesis about diversity management in small and middle-sized businesses. And this morning I figured I should take a little list, checking how many times we use this term diversity management today. And I came up to, let me look, 4,507, okay, just about that. But still, let me mention one time to you today these dimensions. So we have gender, we have age, we have ethnic background, we have religion, we have handicapped people, and last but not least, sexual orientation. And whenever I was describing what I was doing, this research on this diploma thesis to my fellow workers in these small and middle-sized businesses, when I said sexual orientation, they went kind of like, oh, gave me this uneasy look. I mean, that's kind of private. I mean, that's has nothing to do with our jobs. And I said, no, it's not about what we do in our bedrooms. It's about us. It's about who we care for, who we live with. We've heard that today. It's about who you come home to after a long and exhausting working day. It's about with whom we fill up our batteries. So, and I was starting to say, small and middle-sized businesses, for them, it's a total not relevant subject, diversity management. But we've heard it today, so I can summarize this for you, and I know you know it already by heart, but if you don't have to hide, if you can totally feel at ease, if you are just your true self, and you know that it really matters not taking the best part away of you, you will be significantly more successful. I've seen studies stating that we have like 40% more work output. And now here comes this really interesting figure. Such people who are out at their jobs feeling totally at ease and wholesome, they earn up to 50% more. And I think that's significant, isn't that? Because in the end, it's all about numbers and money. And I think it's super non-smart for such small and middle-sized businesses to ignore diversity management and to say, no, just shut up, sit down and work. And so, yeah, we've seen that. And my pledge was, use that, because it's a win-win situation. It's a win-win situation for these small and middle-sized businesses and also for us, for the people who work there. So, but what do we do in the meantime? Just sit there, get old and depressed, change to the corporate world, or what can we do? So, we've heard that earlier, and so it's easy for me. I can connect to my fellow speakers before. We've heard about the Wirtschaftsweiber, we've heard about the Weibernet, and I can tell you what I did. In the first 10 years of my working life, I did not dare to come out. I felt like I should work, it didn't matter, and all these things we've heard today so many times. And but then I, maybe by accident or not, I got to meet the Wirtschaftsweiber, because at that time I was in Germany. And by talking to these ladies and learning how they advanced their careers by being out, that it did not harm them, no, and the opposite. It really made them stronger. They became role models. So, I mean, I was really, maybe we should have gone for the coffee break, because all of you here in this audience, you are such active people. First, you came here, you took the time, you invested the money, and so remain doing that. Keep on going. And then for the others who have never really thought about, should I be out, should I dare, does it make a difference? I mean, I'm here for working. Yes, it makes a difference. And if you go home now, later, at the end of the day, I want that you take that with you. Just start thinking of it. And if it's not tomorrow, maybe not next week, but someday the change is happening inside. And so, be proud, be out. We heard it earlier. I think it was Irene who said that. Maybe somebody else also. And thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.